Okay, let's do this. Hello everybody and welcome to my YouTube channel. I have tried to film this quite a few times now and it just hasn't gone to plan. I haven't been able to speak, I've stuttered, I've lost for words, but hopefully this will be the last time that I film the video. I have had to make some notes, that was the best way of doing it. This is a video that I have wanted to film for quite a long time. It is very close to my heart but also very personal. But when I made this YouTube channel I did know that this was something that I did want to include. I just wanted to spread awareness really and just let people know what is out there and what people suffer with. If anybody else does have it and they are a bit nervous or embarrassed to speak out about it, then I just wanted to let you know that you should never feel embarrassed about going through something like this. If you are all wondering what I am talking about, and if you didn't know from the title, this is a video all about Crohn's disease, which is an inflammatory bowel disease. It is a chronic disease. It is incurable. Crohn's disease can cause ulceration, redness, narrowing, and also inflamed. There's bloody loads. But with those in mind, it makes it hard for food to pass through without causing extreme pain. There is no reason for this. It just happens. People do ask me, is it certain foods? Do you have to avoid certain foods? Is there anything you can't eat? Is there anything that is good for you that you should eat? And the answer to that is no. I could eat chicken nuggets and be fine. I could eat chicken nuggets a week later and need a toilet, let's put it that way. I could eat salad and that can cause me bloating, pains, and you wouldn't think it from a salad, but there you go. It just goes to show that anything can set off. A lot of people say, well, if you have this disease, shouldn't you eat healthy? If you eat healthy food 9 times out of 10, then it can cause a flare-up as well. Any food can, good food, bad food, it can happen with any food. Another question that I get asked often from people that find out that I do have Crohn's disease is, how did I know I had it? I knew I had through constant stomach pain. It was very, very severe. It's not like having IBS. It's a lot worse. With the bowel being inflamed and ulcerated, obviously it leaves a very small gap for food to be able to pass through, which can cause severe stomach pain. There have been days in the past that I haven't been able to walk properly because I was in that much pain, and I remember having to be carried upstairs. You do have bloating as well. I have been at work once and been asked if I was pregnant because I was that bloated. I did say no, and you can imagine the horror on the lady's face when she knew that I wasn't. But I did laugh it off. I wasn't bothered by it. The next factor is weight loss. Now, when I first was diagnosed, I was very underweight. People often say now, how can you eat so much and not put on any weight? You're so skinny, you have the most perfect figure. Well, it's because I poo it all out. As gross as that sounds, and I'm really embarrassed to say that, but I stay the way I am because it just passes through. So I could eat any bad food and I won't have to worry, which to me, I laugh about it and say it's a plus. I always say there's no point tracking my calories if I'm into fitness. So really I am quite lucky about that and I am quite glad. But obviously that's just me trying to see the humour rather than the severity of it. When I first knew that I had it, I had a lot of time off school. I'd probably be in school maybe 2 to 3 times a week. I had constant trips to the doctors. I had numerous amounts of blood tests. They diagnosed me with celiac disease before Crohn's. Celiac is a gluten and wheat intolerance. Later on they did diagnose me with Crohn's disease from further tests, and then I got referred to the Children's Hospital in Birmingham. How is it managed? At the moment it's managed by Humira injections. It's a twice weekly injection. No. It's an every other week injection. I self-administer it and that's what I do at the minute. It just goes straight into the leg, you hold it for 10 seconds and that's it. But before I was on that, I did have a liquid diet, which is milkshakes 7 times a day, no food whatsoever. But if anybody knows me, then they'll know that I love my food, can't go without it, so that didn't work. I think it lasted 2 days and that was it. I did go on to steroids, which made my face puff so badly. I put on so much weight. My face was literally like this. And that is not an exaggeration whatsoever. So when I did come off the steroids, I was very glad. I would never wish going back on steroids for anything. I would have anything else other than them. I did have other injections, which was an injection every week. I think it's called infliximab, but I'm not quite sure. The nurses used to come into my house and inject me with that once a week. You can tell I have been on a lot of medication that hasn't worked. So I did end up having an operation, and that was when I was in secondary school. I don't know whether it was in my last year. I think it might have been in year 11. It was to remove part of my small bowel where it was most inflamed and ulcerated. I did have a recovery time of 6 weeks. Get an infection, which meant I was in hospital for a further 2 weeks. I do still get some flare-ups now and again. There are days when I do still feel unwell and I don't feel myself and I am tired. I am still glad that I did have the operation, because it has definitely helped, and has helped me for the better really. How does it affect your daily life? Having Crohn's disease and a full-time job is very difficult. There are times when I will have to go to the toilet when I'm at work, which isn't very nice at all, but it is what it is. I have had no time off work really. People are quite surprised when I say that. I think they expect you to be off quite a lot. I do tend to not let it affect me as much as it should. There are times when I do want to go home, but I just power through it. I try and get through it as best as I can. If I am going out anywhere for a meal, shopping, then I do have to be near a toilet. I know, very glamorous, not, and it is quite embarrassing. This is a disease that's going to be with me for life, so I do have to deal with it the best that I can. If I need to go to the toilet, then I have to go. But saying that, it does bring constant worry. It does make you think, oh, what if people ask where I am? What if I'm too long in the toilet? Which leads me on to my next question. How does it affect you mentally? With this disease, it does make you very self-conscious in case people ask where you are. And if they do ask where you are and you say the toilet, then they'll obviously know that you've gone for a poo. It does make you very anxious because of that. There are times when, so I'm out in public, I would never want to go. Have to, unless you want to poo yourself. It does bring with it some down days. You will feel really tired. It does make you feel quite weak. Because of that, I do have B12 injections every 3 months. It's just a vitamin which helps boost your immune system really. It makes you feel a bit better about yourself, more energised. Life, really. Because there are a lot of days where I will not want to get out of bed. I will not want to do anything. I'd rather sit in bed all day, watch YouTube, but sadly that isn't going to happen, especially if you have a full-time job and you need to earn some money. How does it affect your relationship with others? As people will know, I am in a 6-year relationship with my boyfriend. I've been with him for a very long time. He's been so supportive. He's helped me through this so much and I am very grateful. My mum and dad have also been very supportive, as well as my sister. I definitely couldn't have done it without them. All the hospital visits, the operation, the moods. Oh my god, the moods. I could only have imagined now what I was like back then. So hats off to them. Thank you, Mum and Dad. Sorry. So that's some of the questions that I do get asked quite a lot. If you do want to know any other questions, then you can leave them in the comments below. I do understand that not a lot of people know what this disease is. There are a lot of charities. There's Crohn's and colitis, which I'll leave in the description box. If you do have Crohn's disease and you do want to speak to somebody and you're scared to speak to your family or friends, then you can get in touch with them and they'll be able to offer some advice and support. I know this is a very personal video and it's definitely not one that I was comfortable filming. Obviously I do look very normal, I have a very normal life, but my insides are not normal. So thank you for watching this video, everybody. If you have not liked or subscribed, then please do so. Next video will be a more upbeat, happy video, and I hope it will be quite entertaining for you. See you in my next video.